Truth, lies, shenanigans.
All right, guys. So we know that artificial intelligence is basically taking over the world, from Alexa to Google to, of course, robots. Well, there's a bunch of websites out there. Oh, did I just talking to Alexa?
That's scary.
Oh, look at that. See,
No.
Alexa.
AI.
She
Alexa's
is
all up in
scary.
my business. Stop being all up in my business, Alexa. I'm gonna have to.
AI is taking over artificial intelligence.
Alexa's all up in my business. All right. So, but there's a bunch of websites out there that use AI to produce written content. Like all you have to do is write a few sentences or words about the topic, and the app pieces information together from the internet to write the article or essay or whatever it is. And they're amazingly well written, surprisingly coherent articles and essays, right? Um, Sometimes it's really obvious that a computer wrote it because it'll be like repeated content, and but sometimes it's really good. And of
Yeah.
course, the kids are taking advantage and started using it. And they're using it to write their schoolwork, their essays, and where some kids have gotten caught because the AI may happen to pull some plagiarized bits of information off the internet. So schools are complaining big time because they're not actually doing their assignments like they're supposed to. And this guy Sam Altman, he's the CEO of the company that owns ChatGPT, which seems to be the most popular one used by the kids. He says that AI is like calculators in schools. Calculators used to be banned, and kids like me had to do those manual calculations on a piece of paper.
Long division.
Yeah. Eventually, they modified the lessons and tests to include calculators. And he's saying it's just the same with AI. Teachers just have to modify the way they teach. So, my question to you guys, is he right? Do teachers simply need to adjust to technology? Let the AI write papers for the kids? Should they modify the way they teach? Or is this just cheating, plain and simple? What do you think, Gianni?
Yikes, yikes, yikes. I'm biased because I definitely have used ChatGPT to write a few scripts for YouTube. And they came out they were amazing. I was like, wow. Not better than anything that I could produce, but just like precise. It was just all in the right places. So I'm biased on that. But um I agree that it can be used as plagiarism, but I think that we just have to adapt to the times. If we're being honest, like the teachers, they're going to have to develop some type of software, which I'm sure, actually, I believe they are developing software to find the
Yeah, the
plagiarizers or
CEO
find
said that he
Oh
plagiarized
would.
yeah.
The
material.
CEO said that he was going to devise ways to identify Chat
Good.
GPT plagiarism. So,
Because it's almost like, I like that he used the calculator reference because it's almost like not necessarily a cheat sheet. It's just like gathering, it is technically a cheat sheet because it's gathering all the information in one area, but you still have to add your own context to it. It's not just as simple as just putting this and adding it to a paper and da da da. I think that we're going to have to grow with the times, teachers. I know that not everybody agrees, but I think that technology is coming and it's stronger and it's going to get, you know, more advanced.
by the way, Latoya Blakely online said Alexa said keep her name out your mouth.
Slap.
References to Will Smith, obviously. Yes, she did. She's up here listening to my conversation. Gotta watch. Gotta watch this
Terrifying.
AI, people.
Scary.
What do you think, Rob?
Oh man. So let me ask you a question. Would you want me as your plane pilot if I spent most of my 10,000 hours kicking back in the cockpit while autopilot did its thing? This is ridiculous.
I don't know,
Johnny,
Rob. I'm going to answer your
like,
question right away.
Rob.
I don't know, Rob, because I don't know if autopilot if autopilot gets to the point where it's better than or as good as the pilot, which it's not currently.
it's not. It
Yeah.
always needs
But
human correction. But
I
like
don't
Johnny,
know.
like you were saying, as far as adapting, that the education system is going to have to learn how to detect these things, but to what extent? Because at the end of the day, if you're cheating, if you're having the software, the AI, write your assignments for you, you're not learning anything. You're just you're regurgitating, you're hoping to skim by. So now, when you get down to your final assessment for the year and you need to write a paper, you need to write a theme, you need to write something on your own. So if you have zero practice formulating your thoughts on your own, gathering your thoughts and writing them down in a cohesive fashion, if you're used to having a framework presented that you then fact check and regurgitate as your own, you're going to fail every time. And I agree, AI is a great time saver. I use it for our YouTube video descriptions and whatnot, and it generates great content. And I just need to go in and tweak it. So for that, it's a great time-saving tool, but I've already gone to school. I've received a formal education, and I've learned how to do these things. A calculator is a verification tool. It's a bad analogy because it's a verification tool or a means of completing complex calculations quicker. Okay? The engineer who uses a calculator can still do it on paper when necessary. If called upon, the engineer can still do the equation on paper.
For after 10 hours.
Thank you.
Dude, come on,
I think
man.
that,
No.
but the thing is,
Go ahead, Gianna.
the thing is, I feel like ChatGPT or the other AI software doesn't. It's not like, oh, this is people are plagiarizing now because of this. Like, plagiarizing exists already, and most people are plagiarizing, and most students are plagiarizing essays already because they're either desperate or tired or overworked, or they just don't understand the assignment. So it's like that's already happening. I think that this is, if you look at it from the mindset of these students are going to cheat and this is an easy way to cheat, then that's what is going to happen. But if you look at it in the mindset of, let's see how these students could use this tool as a better means to maybe become better writers, or a better means to get knowledge that they would take forever to realize. I don't know. I just feel like how
becoming a better writer, you might develop the tools to become an editor. You're not developing the tools to become a writer, because you're removing that.
And maybe that's a different passion that the child grows up and embraces
in the new generation.
Right. I mean,
maybe
now
not. I don't know.
Okay, so I'm reading online. So Jacqueline Robb says the problem is that some information is inaccurate, fosters laziness. Teachers can already tell when students use Wikipedia because they know the content can be manipulated and edited on the site. Latoya Blakely says, I'm calling it cheating. Dang it. We got outlines and rough drafts and peer corrections and final drafts of multiple page papers drilled into our heads in order to learn to write grammatically correct, coherent thoughts. It was annoying AF, but it taught us how to write our own thoughts in the best way possible. Now, these kids have AI writing it for them. In the words of one of my favorite drag queens, Bianca Del Rio, Bologna. And Kevin Thaxton says, this is just cheating. iRobot is coming. Agree with Rob, not the right comparison. I disagree with that, but I agree. I agree it's cheating. There's no question, because the assignment that was given to them was to write articles and essays, right? And that was the assignment given to them because this is the type of critical thinking that is important. It's important for them to learn how to express their opinions. I agree. And kids definitely aren't doing that. So, but I think he has a point, because the world is becoming increasingly dependent on technology. And as long as technology is around, future generations should be expected to incorporate technology to make life easier. I mean, I'm not giving up my spell correct. I can't spell for shit now because of my spell correction, but I'll be damned if I'm getting rid of it.
But Neil, stop.
That's a version of AI.
But stop and think about the news feeds, okay? Now, there are times when a bad headline goes out and it's got a spelling mistake or just basic stuff like that. And because of the laziness, because of this attitude of I want to adopt it quickly and get it out there, how many times have we seen a bad story just copied and pasted from one site to another with the same glaring errors? And you're kind of going, Okay,
I've
this
seen
is
news
the path
stories
of
like
least
that.
resistance,
Hmm.
right? This is the path
I've
of
seen it
least
on.
resistance,
Hmm.
but the product that you get
I've seen it on
is
major news
garbage.
sites.
I know, it's scary.
You can tell.
I,
There are many times where you can tell when AI is being used to create articles. I
Oh
mean,
wow.
mostly because you see repeated content over and over again. So and they don't even take. Some of them don't even take the time to correct it. But, well, I mean,
Even lazier.
think about like you have a scientist trying to find the cure for cancer. If you have AI doing the grunt work, researching similar work, solving complex calculations, then the scientists can focus on the higher levels of thought, complex issues, problems, and they can potentially find solutions
so you
faster.
have the so you have the AI doing the research assistant grunt work at a faster pace than a human can do it. That
Yeah.
is amazing because these people went to school to develop the proper skill set and knowledge to then interpret the data that's being chugged by the AI.
But
You need that
the
formal
point
training to
is
become that
because you have
expert.
technology, because you have certain technologies, now you're going to have to start learning different skill sets. You're going to have to challenge students in a different way. So, like, yeah, it does make more laziness. It creates more laziness, obviously, for the lazy people. Lazy people are going to be lazy, right? But, you know, teachers simply need to challenge the students. So creativity, you have to create a different lesson plan. Teachers can come up with creative lesson plans. They can, I mean, just to give you an example, let's say the assignment could be, right? Use ChatGPT to write a paper, and then you make the student create references or bookmarks and make them actually search the internet to find where ChatGPT got the information from. It
Oh,
teaches them how AI works. They actually learn the information because they have to look it up, or at least how to
that's
find the
cool.
information. I mean, it's just a matter of creatively saying, okay, we got this damn technology and it's changing the way we teach. We have to teach.
Mhm.
You just
Yeah.
have to change your lesson plan. Say, look, I'm a
Adapt.
fix. Yeah, right, exactly. And that's what Gianni was saying. Same thing with the calculators. They said that eventually they let you use calculators, and you can use the calculators on tests now. Where I was shocked when they started saying you could use
Right.
them for SATs.
Can.
I was like,
SATs. Yep.
what? I could. I was right. You know how much paper I used in
Can.
my SAT?
Ah, Robin Johnson's got a really great point.
That is
Go ahead.
great.
Writing should become in class, so there's no time to use AI. These children want to be spoon-fed all the information, then get the credit. Nope, doesn't work that way.
That's a way of change. Then that's adapting. You change your
I
That's
lesson
wanted to
plan.
adapting.
say too,
Making
though, it's interesting to note though something else that I read. It said it stated a generation trained to use technological tools to solve problems is just doing what it's told. So this is what I was trying to say about like teachers and educators and basically every industry kind of has to get ready and used to technology taking over in some way, shape, or form, as it has already, as we've seen with the whole COVID thing and everybody doing the work from home, and now everything is, even like a digital office manager or digital, you know what I mean, different things. So I'm just saying,
Yeah,
you don't have to really like it, but it is what it is.
yeah. They just have to figure it out. I mean, the technology is not going away. Matter of fact, it's going to get better. Let's be real. We're going to have to be honest. It's going to get better. I mean, they're just going to figure out the AI is going to continue to improve, and you're not really going to be able to know the difference between an AI or generated content or not. So you have to figure out now how to adjust because it's just going to get better. Like, shoot, the spell checking. I mean, use Grammarly. Grammarly is fantastic. Shoot, it writes
I
full
love Grammarly.
phrases and clauses for me. I'm like, thank you, Lord, because I got it all wrong. I don't need Lizzie anymore. The English professor. So.
Right.
Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself.
I got my Grammarly AI now. I don't need Lizzie. All right. So,
That's
is
bad.
this truth, lies, or shenanigans?
Lies,
Ooh, this is
shenanigans.
some truth. I
I'm
think
going
it's
with truth, man.
and
Nah.
shenanigans.
That's some truth laced with shenanigans.
No, it's
Yeah,
truth. They need to
truth
change.
and
They
shenanigans.
gotta adjust. Technology is changing the world. It's gonna keep changing. It's gonna. I mean, but they are cheating, and they gotta stop cheating.
They are are cheating.
They gotta do the
They are
assignment
cheating.
the way it's assigned. I mean, come on, damn.